What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Year of the Batman. Today's the BTAS episode, The Last Laugh. So, this one is a Joker related episode, obviously. And the premise of it is he's got like this like garbage barge that it is like just so rank it emits this like visibly green fume from it. And I'm just like, people of Gotham, if you see a garbage barge where you can see the fumes from it, like that's not normal. You should like run away from that. So it's like Joker's newest contraption of his laughing gas, but like a super amped toxic version of it. It's very potent. And the Bat computer analyzed it as if you're exposed to it, you're gonna be insane forever. So the Joker, he drives under a bridge and he he like exposes it to, I guess, a like a bank car driver. And I always assumed that they had two people in those cars, but no, this was a single driver. And he gets a sniff of the gas because he had the windows down, which I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have those rolled up, but I didn't even know they could be rolled down. I don't know much about any of that. It just seems like those windows wouldn't be able to roll down and you'd have two people. But that's just me. Like I said, I have no like authority on the subject. It's just an assumption. I will say for Gotham though, I feel like that should be the standard. But anyway, he gets a load of that and he's laughing his ass off and he keeps on driving and driving and driving and he drives up the bridge because it's like splitting up, and he drives over it and he like dives out of the way right before he like the bridge goes the right before the car goes over, and the whole bridge is starting to get affected. He's like affecting the like the Gotham stock market because everybody's just laughing their ass off. So Bruce gets informed by Alfred in the middle of shaving, and he nicks himself, which again I like because anytime Bruce Wayne is like more so humanized and not perceived as this like perfect god, I love. So at the time Bruce Wayne's shaving, he nicks himself, and Alfred's like, "Oh, rough night, sir. I drew you a bath." And Batman, he goes to the get a bath, and he's like, "Oh, I drew you a bath," and it's like literally a fucking picture of a bath. I'm like, dude, he he has probably had such a long fucking night. I don't think he's up for your shit, Alfred. Alfred's like, April Fool's, which is probably why the Joker is doing this all in the first place, is a big old April Fool's joke. So, Batman, he learns about this. Actually, he learns about this on the radio, not by Alfred. So he goes down to the Batcave, analyzes it, and he figures out that, oh, it's like super duper toxic, this version, and you go insane forever. And he calls down Alfred to bring him something, and Alfred like gives him some lip, and then he like hangs up the phone. And Bruce is like, "What the hell?" And it turns out that gas leaked all the way over to Wayne Manor. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, he lives like fucking 14 miles away from Gotham City. How far is this damn garbage barge like fumes going? So Batman, he's pissed. He's heading on his way. During that time, the Joker, I guess he's like in a sub underneath the garbage barge, which I'm like, where the absolute fuck do you get any of this? Like, do you just go to like a military base and like just, all right, I'm taking this. Um, I don't know. It's the Joker, so there's really no telling. So he has two thugs who use some scuba gear, swim down, take all the stuff in there. And then also, while all the chaos is going, they have like these masks on and they go to rob all the people around the area and some jewelry stores. And they fill up these shopping carts full of all these goods, and they're heading back to the barge. And Batman shows up and he's like, "Hey, you're being rude. Don't do this." And fight ensues. Batman knocks the first two thugs out pretty quickly, and then he's going up against the third thug, which isn't even a thug, it's an android. Which, once again, I'm like, Joker, where the fuck did you get that? Like, this thing is like strong as Bane, and it like picks Batman up and spins him around and around and around. He had to have gone like 100 times in a loop, spinning like so fast. So the thing spins him to the point where he's pretty much unconscious. Like Bruce is like, and Joker and him, they throw him in a trash can, lock the lid, and then Joker, he takes out an ice pick and then just starts stabbing all over, almost getting Batman a few times. He's like, I'm going to put some air holes in for you. And he throws him overboard. And he's like, oh, crap. Air holes are also water holes. Oopsie doodle. So Batman, he's sinking. And as he's going to the bottom, he calls the bat boat, which I guess is also a sub down where he's sinking, and he has it like precisely shoot a huge hole in the little tin can, which thank God it didn't kill him. I mean, it took a huge chunk out of the trash can. It probably took like a quarter of the trash can out, so Bruce had to really be freaking huddled down so he'd be safe. So that's how he escapes that mess. He follows Joker back to the Ace Chemical Waste Dump, which is, I guess, how Joker's like. They don't really explain it. I guess he's just like combining his laughing gas with toxic waste, which I guess kind of makes sense. So they're reamping the barge by spraying it down with all this. It was just green goop. They don't really go much into it. It's just toxic waste, green goop with like a hint of Joker gas in there somehow. But Batman, he takes out the first two thugs again, and then he traps the android in like this like big metal crusher, you know, the kind that are like designed for cars. And Joker, he escapes, and then they have this big fight in, I guess, the disposal furnace in the Ace Chemicals. So the chase goes on for a while, but eventually Batman does catch up, and Joker, he tries to run away, but he like trips over a wire, and then he's dangling over the big furnace. And it does have like my favorite scene in it. Oh, I mean, in this episode, the Joker, he's like hanging on for dear life. He's like, Batman, help! You wouldn't let me fall, would you? And then Batman, he like does like this, like, man, just one time, maybe I can just get away with it, just one time. Joker's like, come on, all right, get up here. And then it just goes back to Bruce's back home with Alfred. Alfred's back to normal. And I'm kind of mad at that because I feel like I might have missed a thing of dialogue or something, but everything's just back to normal. And I'm just like, he infected a good part of the city. The fact that he got from wherever the one Gotham Bridge was all the way to Wayne Manor, I mean, that thing had to encompass a good majority of that city. And it was just kind of glossed over how everyone was fine. So Alfred, he's feeling bad about a Ming base being destroyed when he was acting all loopy. And Bruce was like, it's okay, Alfred, I'll just take it out of your salary for the next few years. And Bruce is like, April Fools, and I guess that was like the character arc for that story. But yeah, I mean, it was fine. I just kind of wish they would have done more with it, I suppose, because there was this thing about the stock market almost crashing, and I thought they were going to do something with that because the Joker, he mentions like the laughing stock, and I don't know, it feels like the ending was pretty rushed, but it was still fine. So I guess if I were to rate it from a 1 to a 7, I guess just a 4, like just right down the middle. It was just like I said, it was fine. I know a lot of people like that android because his name's like Captain Clown. I never really saw how he was like so cool. I mean, it's just a big robot in a clown outfit. So I don't know. Like I said, it was fine. Whatever. Bye.